All right, let's dive in. Today, we're talking about something that's about to completely change how we build software: AI in code reviews. And look, I'm not just talking about a slightly smarter spell check for your code. We're talking about a genuine collaborator, a new kind of teammate. So I want to start with this question. Just think about it for a second. What if the most brilliant, most consistent, most tireless reviewer on your entire team wasn't a person? This isn't some far-off sci-fi idea anymore. This is where we're headed. We're moving from just talking about tools to talking about actual teammates. But before we get to that awesome future, we got to talk about the here and now. For most of us, let's be honest, the code review process is a pain. It's a huge bottleneck that just slows everything down. It's what you might call the reviewer's nightmare. I'm betting this list looks pretty familiar. Code reviews can be so tedious, just eating up hours and hours. The feedback you get, totally inconsistent, right? It all depends on who's reviewing your code and, frankly, what kind of day they're having. And when you mix that with just plain old human fatigue, it is the perfect recipe for critical bugs to slip right through. All of this just leads to burnout for our senior devs and creates these annoying knowledge silos where only one person knows how a certain part of the system works. So what do we do about it now? Well, our current solutions, they both kind of fall short. On one hand, you've got human reviews. They're great for big picture logic, but they're so subjective and lead to that burnout we just talked about. Then on the other hand, you have automated tools, static analysis. Sure, they're fast, but they have zero context. They can't understand the intent behind the code, so they just flood you with false positives. Neither one is the perfect answer. So what is? So if humans have their limits and our old tools just aren't cutting it, what's next? Well, this is where the hero of our story comes in. We're not talking about just another tool. We're talking about a whole new kind of teammate, the AI collaborator. So what exactly is an AI collaborator? Well, think of it as this autonomous agent that goes way beyond just checking for syntax errors. It's built to understand the why behind your code. It actually learns your project's context, the whole history, and even your team's unique coding style. That means it can give you feedback that is actually helpful and something you can act on. Let's break down its superpowers, because this is the cool part. First, it understands intent. It gets what you were trying to do. Second, because it gets the intent, it can find these really deep, complex logical flaws that a simple linter would just fly right past. And third, and this is wild, it can even predict future needs, suggesting ways to refactor your code now so it's easier to maintain weight on the line. I absolutely love this quote. It just nails the whole idea. It's not some cold, robotic judge. It's more like a superpowered partner. Seriously, imagine having a teammate with a perfect photographic memory of your entire codebase, who knows every dependency and is ready to help 24/7. That's what we're talking about here. Okay, so we've covered the theory. Now, let's get practical. Let's see how this new kind of teammate actually changes the day-to-day for a developer. What does this workflow really look like? We have all lived this moment. You just finished a chunk of code, you're feeling good, you submit your pull request, and then crickets. You're just stuck in limbo, waiting for a senior dev to find a spare half hour. All that creative momentum you had? Poof, gone. Now, picture this instead. Almost instantly after you hit submit, you get this kind of feedback. Now, for anyone who's a bit rusty on their big O notation, going from O of n to O of 1 is a massive, massive leap in performance. This isn't some tiny nitpick about a missing comma. This is a deep, insightful suggestion that shows the AI understood the goal of your code. That is an absolute game changer. So by the time a human reviewer even lays eyes on the PR, all the easy stuff and even some of the really tricky optimizations have already been sorted out. This completely elevates the human's job. They're no longer wasting time being a glorified spell checker. They can focus on what we humans do best: strategic thinking, the big picture stuff like, how does this new piece fit into our entire architecture? The ripple effect of this new workflow is huge. It's not just about one developer. It creates a whole new kind of developer, the augmented developer, and that unlocks some incredible benefits for the entire team. We're talking faster cycles and way, way better code. And here it is, the biggest win of all. Just look at the insane impact on development lead time. We are talking about a massive reduction in the time it takes to get code from a developer's keyboard into the hands of a user. You catch issues sooner, you unblock developers faster, and the whole team's velocity just skyrockets. And the benefits just keep rolling out across the entire team. Your senior developers, they're finally free from all those tedious reviews so they can focus on real innovation. All those mundane tasks are automated, which helps everyone. And for junior developers, oh, this is a game changer. It's like having a senior-level mentor on call 24/7, helping them learn and grow faster than ever before. Now, I know what you might be thinking. Is this thing coming for my job? It's the most important question, and we have to talk about it. So let's be crystal clear about the role of the human in this new world.
Let's just tackle the elephant in the room head on. This is about augmentation, not replacement. The fear is that AI will take over jobs. The reality, it takes over the tedious tasks. The fear is it makes developers obsolete. The reality is it makes developers more strategic. It frees you up from hunting for semicolons so you can focus on architecting truly elegant solutions.
But for this whole partnership to work, there has to be trust. The developer has to be in the driver's seat always. That's why this idea of explainable AI is so incredibly important. Every single suggestion the AI makes has to come with a clear why, an explanation, so the developer can understand the reasoning and make the final call. It's a collaboration, not a command. So we end right back where we started, but hopefully with a whole new perspective. The question isn't really if this is coming anymore, but when. These AI collaborators are going to fundamentally change how we write, review, and ship code. The only real question left is your team ready for it?